I'm Mr. Monopoly, and I'll be your guide during this game. As you encounter something new, I'll explain what it is. To skip an explanation, just press the A button. You can turn off this feature from the in-game menu. Before we can start the game, the play order must be determined. Everyone rolls their dice, and the player with the highest roll goes first. Play then continues in a clockwise order. You get to choose your token and house style when you start your first turn. How about adding this property to your collection? If you don't want to wait for your token to move from one space to another, just press the A button. Your token will be immediately transported to its final destination. You've landed on a chance space. Pick up the top card from the pile and comply with its instructions. Some of these cards are good and you'll receive money, while some are bad and require you to pay a fine or fee. Others may require you to move to another space, which may or may not be beneficial to you. Advance to the nearest inn. Do you want to buy this property? Go directly to jail. This property is for sale. Do you want to buy it? If you choose not to buy the property, it'll be put up for auction. You'll still be able to bid for the property, and you may even get it cheaper. Then again, it could cost you more. Congratulations on your acquisition! Do you want to buy this property? That's double 6! Get out of jail free card! You rolled double 6! This property is vacant. Do you want to buy it? How about adding this property to your collection? This property is vacant. Do you want to buy it? This is the first auction of the game. Remember, everyone bids at the same time. Each time you select a money icon, that amount will be added to your bid. The auction will continue until there are no more bids. The player with the highest bid wins the auction. Do I have any takers? I have a new bid. Player 2 has raised the bid. What an auction! Free parking. You're safe. Do you want to buy this property? That's a double! How about adding this property to your collection? You owe player 4 rent. You collect money for your alchemy success. Each time you roll a double, you get to take your turn and then roll the dice again. You need to be careful, though. If you roll a double 3 times, you'll be sent to jail. This property is for sale. Do you want to buy it? You've passed go. collect $200 salary. You will automatically collect your salary every time you land on or pass go. This property is part of a like color group owned by one player. You must therefore pay twice the normal rent due. This property is vacant. Do you want to buy it? Who will start the bidding? Player 4 has raised the bid. That was a ding-dong battle. That's another house to your collection. Another house. Another hotel. Do you want to buy this property? Do I have any takers? Player 2 has raised the bid. You've been mugged. I'm glad I'm not paying the rent on this property. Just visiting. That's double 5. How about adding this property to your collection? Do you want to buy this property? This property is for sale. Do you want to buy it? How about adding this property to your collection? As you have declined to buy the property, I will offer it for auction. All players are allowed to participate in the auction. Do I have any takers? I have a new bid. What an auction! You receive money from the sale of your sword. Do you want to buy this property? You've landed on a property that is owned by another player. You must pay them rent. rolled double 2. You owe player 2 rent. Looks like you're going to have to pay some rent. Railroads can be bought too, and are similar to utility companies. The more railroads you own, the more rent you can charge. Congratulations on your acquisition! You owe rent to player 4. You owe player 4 rent. You owe some rent. The trade interface allows you to trade properties and/or money with one or more other players. Remember, players won't give you properties for nothing, so you will have to offer them a good deal. You owe rent to player 4. Go back 3 spaces. You owe rent to player 1. That's going to leave a big hole in your pocket. You rolled double 2. Do you want to buy this property? Who will start the bidding? Player 2 has raised the bid. Player 4 has raised the bid. I have a new bid. Player 4 has raised the bid. I have a new bid. I have a new bid. You owe rent to player 2. You must make general repairs on all of your buildings. You owe player 2 rent. Congratulations on building your first house. Looks like you owe some rent. You owe some rent. How about adding this property to your collection? You rolled double 6. You've landed on Community Chest. Pick up the top card from the pile and comply with its instructions. Do you want to buy this property? Do I have any takers? I have a new bid. It appears that you don't have enough cash to pay your debt. That was a ding-dong battle. That's going to be expensive. Your castle loan matures. You must pay armor tax. This property is for sale. Do you want to buy it? Who will start the bidding? I have a new bid. I have a new bid. And that concludes the auction. You've successfully created a new spell. Looks like you're going to have to pay some rent. You owe player 4 rent. Go to jail. Move directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Looks like you owe some rent. You owe player 3 rent. That's double 5. How about adding this property to your collection? Do I have any takers? Player 3 has raised the bid. I have a new bid. And that concludes the auction. You owe some rent. That's double one. You rolled double four. Free parking. You owe rent to player 3. You owe player 3 rent. You owe rent to player 4. Advance to go. Nobody owns this property, but another player owns the other properties in this set. Buying this property would prevent the other player from gaining a like-colored group. It would also allow you to trade with the other player if there's a property they own that you would like. Or you could sell it to another player for a profit as part of a trade deal. I hope you don't regret that. Do I have any takers? I have a new bid. 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 You've been taken for a ride. Take a ride to the Red Dragon. Looks like you owe some rent. That's double 5. You owe player 4 rent. You owe some rent. You owe rent to player 4. Advance to the nearest inn. Looks like you're going to have to pay some rent. You rolled double 1. You owe some rent. You owe rent to player 3. That's another house to your collection. You rolled double 4. You must pay your healer fee. That's double 6. Looks like you're going to have to pay some rent. That's double 3. You owe rent to player 2. Looks like you owe some rent. You owe some rent. You're becoming quite a house builder. This property is for sale. Do you want to buy it? That's a double! Oh dear, you landed on the go to jail space. You must go straight to jail without passing go and collecting your salary. Go to jail. That's another house to your collection. You owe player 1 rent. You owe rent to player 1. Advance to King Arthur Street. How about adding this property to your collection? Now that you're in jail, you have several choices. You are allowed 3 attempts to roll a double. As soon as you roll one, you can leave jail and move forward the number of spaces shown on the dice. If you fail to roll a double in 3 attempts, you must pay a fine and move forward the number of spaces shown on the dice. You can leave jail sooner by paying the fine early, or using a get-out-of-jail-free card. You rolled double 3. You owe player 1 rent. That's double 2. I'm glad I'm not paying the rent on this property. You owe player 2 rent. Congratulations on building your first house. That will improve your rental income prospects. You owe player 4 rent. Another house. That's double 1. Looks like you owe some rent. You're becoming quite a house builder. That's double 5. You owe some rent. That's double 1. I fear you've passed up a great... Do I hear any bids? Player 2 has raised the bid. I have a new bid. What an auction! Advance to the nearest utility. Bad luck. You haven't rolled a double in 3 attempts, so now you're going to have to pay the fine. You've landed on Community Chest. Let's check out the card. That's double 4. You are throwing a grand festival. Collect contributions from each player. You owe rent to player 4. This property has been improved. The rent due is much higher than for an unimproved site. Looks like you owe some rent. That's another house to your collection. Looks like you're going to have to pay some rent. Go to jail. Move directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. That's double 4. Free parking. You're safe. I think you need to sell some houses to pay the rent. You're becoming quite a house builder. You owe player 3 rent. You've won second prize in a troll look-alike contest. Go to jail. You've had 3 chances to roll a double. You must now pay the fine. You owe rent to player 3. You owe player 4 rent. You must go to jail. That's another house to your collection. Advance to Basilisk Road. You owe rent to player 4. You've had 3 chances to roll a double. You must now pay the fine. You owe player 3 rent. What an impressive hotel! You rolled double 2. You owe rent to player 3. You've had 3 chances to roll a double. You must now pay the fine. You've discovered iron ore. Do you feel lucky? Let's see what Chance has to say. The tax collector pays you money. Looks like you're going to need to sell some houses. You're assessed for street repairs. Advance to go. You're just visiting. That double 6. You owe player 4 rent. That's another house to your collection. That will improve your rental income prospects. owe rent to player 3. You've inherited some money. Go to jail. Move directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I think you need to sell some houses to pay the rent. Looks like you owe some rent. That's double 2. Another house. Yet another house. That's double 4. You owe player 3 rent. Go to jail. Oh dear, you've landed on the income tax space. Under U.S. rules, you must decide whether to pay $200 or 10% of the value of all your assets. The value of your assets is equal to your money plus the purchase price of all the properties you own and cost of all the houses and hotels you have bought. Unless you have very little money or property, it is usually cheaper to pay the set amount. You owe rent to player 3. You've had 3 chances to roll a double. You must now pay the fine. You owe player 3 rent. That will improve your rental income prospects. This property has a hotel built on it. This requires you to pay the highest amount of rent payable for this site. It appears that you owe more money than you can raise from selling houses, hotels, and mortgaging property. Or as one might say, you are officially bankrupt. All of your houses and hotels will be sold, and the money generated given to your creditor, together with all your properties. Outstanding!